What is good, Cardano fam, Ada gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today, so hit that subscribe, hit that like. Cardano Ada 24-hour trade volume surpasses $900 million, according to CoinGecko. CoinMarketCap ranks Cardano as the third most bullish community sentiment with over 90%. Over 240,000 posts on X mention Cardano, ADA, or SNEC this week, according to Radar. Liquid Labs, Cardano's largest lending protocol, will integrate USC, Circle's fully backed and MiCA compliant Euro stablecoin, and PYUSD, PayPal's fully backed and NYDFS compliant stablecoin via the WAN chain bridge for lending and borrowing. So they're enhancing their stablecoin offering. This is fantastic. With two wrapped stablecoins on Cardano. This is great. I think this is fantastic. That will be coming soon on mainnet. Midnight CEO Eran Barak says, how are we going to share our private data with AI without forfeiting ownership of all of our private data? Midnight hopes to be the fabric that enables AI to access personal private data in the right way that doesn't violate our rights. Lots of great clips discussing Midnight back in Paris. This was released recently by IOG. Charles Hoskinson says Midnight is a chimera of many different technologies. There's some consensus love from Optos, the Polkadot SDK we used and built on top of. A ton of things carried over from Cardano. We learned a lot from Zcash and dozens of other ecosystems. That's fantastic, guys. That makes me really excited that they're doing kind of this competitive benchmark in the early days to make Midnight the best possible. Charles says stablecoins are the killer use case of crypto. They're real-world assets, tokenized treasuries with freeze and seize, a disclosure regime, compliance. It's over $250 billion and accounts for 73% of all economic activity on Ethereum. That's just a little taste. Charles says we just joined the Confidential Computing Consortium with Linux Foundation. We're right there with Microsoft and Amazon. And they're talking about confidential computing. They're talking about trusted hardware enclaves with GPUs for outsourcing AI data. So we see a lot of interest, even with kind of overlaps with massive companies. Charles says Midnight was built for stocks on the blockchain. You need a private side, full programmability, real-world asset standards, trade across all blockchains and all legacy exchanges. It's a $10 trillion plus market opportunity today and potentially $100 trillion, yes, around the corner, realizing that value with all the stuff that's sidelined. IOG Director of Research Partnerships Fergie Miller says, we believe the best way to build a system that is scalable, interoperable, and highly secure is with an evidence-based approach. These systems are reliable, delivering technologies that are research-based. I agree with that. Slow and steady wins the race. Well, what's going on with tariff stuff and around the world? President Trump says, at some point, I'm going to lower tariffs against China. Well, that's good in my eyes. That's kind of a signal, if you will, a good signal. He goes on to say, I want crypto. Crypto is important because if we don't do it, China's going to. And he also said that millions of people are using it, that it's hot, it's new. And also, the performance. He says that crypto was much stronger than the stock market during the recent crash. It's very popular. And I agree. Michael Saylor hinting at buying more Bitcoin, saying too much blue, not enough orange. Finally, Binance partners with Central Asian nation Kyrgyzstan to launch crypto payments and blockchain education. So good stuff going around the world. Even though the price is coming down, we're setting a strong foundation. Trade volume is still decent, peaking around that 900 mil. We're down to 6.8, not where I really want it to be right now, but Bitcoin dominance did nearly touch 65% just minutes ago. So we're at 64.9 for Bitcoin dominance. ADA 689, not too bad. XRP even down a little bit. So the charts are very similar. If anything, ADA has been showing some interesting spikes back up some good resilience even when crypto's down a little bit. But I want us to surpass that point 0.7, reach towards $1, right? I think that this is still early days, and this capitulation will set up the LeBron James catapult, if you will. So stock market, I mean, we're going to wait for the markets to open and close. But right now, Russell 2000 index at 2020, pretty good. S&P 500 looking good. As we've mentioned, gold has been normalizing from its recent spikes to, that 3,600 almost range. So all in all, things are looking good. We're waiting for Bitcoin dominance to tumble. We're waiting for search to increase. We're waiting for that FUD to decrease. We're waiting for retail to not be sidelined. There's many things such as the stablecoin bill and the digital asset structure bill that still need to be passed. But I'm very confident, speaking of stablecoins, that we are going to see that Genius Act get voted on Senate floor this month. And that's going to unleash a massive amount of Magnificent Seven and many other companies taking place with crypto. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are. What are you most excited about? I would say that it's really nice to get that big ranking from community sentiment. In terms of what's the most exciting for me, I'm really excited to see how midnight will be used for this sort of stock market utility, because it needs to satisfy compliance and all that jazz. And I feel like midnight, with its selective disclosure, is able to unlock a lot of real world assets when you combine midnight launch, but also Genius Act and asset structure bill around the corner. That could be a crazy combination. So this really is the standout to me. Let me know, guys, what you're most excited about. Smash that subscribe, smash that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.